My name's Harry Briggs and I co-founded Firefly Tonics, which are healthy energy drinks. The reason we started it is because we were frankly quite tired of the sort of sugar-filled artificial energy drinks that, taste slightly like Eastern European bubblegum or something. And we thought, couldn't we make something that's, natural, healthy ingredients like fruit juices and energizing extracts so that it's a healthy drink that gives you a boost. And we've grown to about 2 million of sales now, and we sell in about 30 countries. As an entrepreneur, you don't have a lot of money to spend. Every penny counts, and you're trying to make that little tranche of funding last you until the break-even point, which is always further away than you thought. Generally, when you're starting a business, you can get really bogged down in details, and it's really important to ask advice wherever you can find it, from people that have been there before to keep you focused on the big picture, avoid the pitfalls. And obviously free advice when you're starting a business. You don't have lots of money for expensive consultants and lawyers and that sort of thing, and so whatever you can get for free, you appreciate that much more. I think it's natural to distrust anything that's free. Is it really free, or does someone want something in return, or is it free because it's worthless? But ultimately, I think as a small business, a lot of people naturally want small businesses to succeed. What goes around does come around, and I think also it's great being an entrepreneur. I love giving advice to other people who are starting their businesses. I know the value of enterprise in society, and the process of giving that advice helps often sort of restore my perspective on things. So I don't think one should distrust free advice, and it's incredibly useful. We've approached a huge number of people for free business advice over the years. First port of call, probably other entrepreneurs, people that have built similar businesses to ours. They inspire us, they tell us the pitfalls to avoid. It helps give you some perspective on your business. I find we talk, for example, to other entrepreneurs, to people that have been doing this a long time, to government organisations like Business Link, and they've helped us stand back a bit from the business, aim higher, I think, than you might do if you're sort of busy with the day-to-day. They can help sort of steer you through the legislation and that sort of thing, and we found them really helpful. We've received so many amazing pieces of free advice, but I think one that stands out for me would be James Mullen, the founder of Thomas Pink, who's something of a marketing genius. At that point we were worried about every tiny detail of the business, from the taste of the drinks, the exact herbal extracts, what colour the bottle was going to be, all that sort of thing. And he reminded us that in the consumer's mind, they only have really room for one word to associate with your brand. So make sure that your brand can just stand for one thing in the mind of your customers. Free advice has definitely helped guide Firefly's strategy in a number of ways. Brian Meehan, who founded Fresh and Wild, who said that the key thing for a growing business like ours in terms of attracting investment and sustaining our growth is that we need to sustain our top-line growth and our margins, our gross margins, and ultimately every other part of the business will come from, if those two are going well, everything else will probably flow from that. I think for free advice, the best people to start with are other entrepreneurs. They've been through the whole mill, they know the pitfalls, they can inspire you. You'll come out of meeting another entrepreneur with hopefully renewed confidence. But I think one should also talk a lot to one's friends, family. Your customers can often be really helpful. And thirdly, for the more sort of technical side of the business, I think government sources like Business Link can be incredibly helpful. We approached Business Link in the early days, and they helped us with the sort of employment legislation side of things. They also gave us a lot of advice around sort of exporting. We also approached, for example, the government patent office. They helped us with our trademarks. We didn't have to spend lots of money on lawyers and that sort of thing. So I'd definitely encourage people to use those resources too.